figured out my calling was one of happiness and sadness. On March 26, 2016, I competed in a Toastmaster speech contest. And I had the opportunity to talk about anything I wanted to, but I knew that in order for me to have a shot at winning, I needed to talk about something that everyone could relate to. With that being said, I needed to connect with my audience's emotions. So I chose to talk about my grandmother's battle with Alzheimer's, but I wasn't sure exactly how much detail I wanted to share. Now, many people already know about Alzheimer's and memory loss in general, so I knew that describing my personal experiences with my grandmother when it came to her battle would be the key to me getting my point across. As I compiled my memories on paper and I relived some of those moments, it became more evident to me that this would be less about me winning the speech competition and more about me spreading awareness. Now, in order to spread awareness, I had to be vulnerable. Now, if you ask me, I'm a confident individual, but truthfully speaking, in this moment, I was scared. I was scared of what people would think of my grandmother. I was scared I was going to overshare and give away too many details. I was scared that I would forget the part that I was part of a speech contest and talk for way too long. I was also scared that I would trigger someone else's sad memories of their loved one fighting a similar battle. But above all that, I knew my message had to outweigh my fear. If I wanted my shot at truly making an impact in those 5 to 7 minutes, I had to let fear go and open myself up. I knew that what I was going to say may not come out squeaky clean, and it may put a sad mood on the room, but it had to be said. Everybody battles with vulnerability. We all have secrets, people, or thoughts that make us vulnerable. We also have multiple things that put us on the defense. It may or may not be embarrassing, but it's definitely hard for you to relive. And for the most part, we do our best not to show it, or we do our best to stay away from whatever it is that makes us feel this way. But when it comes to speaking, and this is very particular for speakers, good speakers can be vulnerable in front of strangers and not feel a way about it. Great speakers can take that vulnerability and teach a lesson to people they never met before while not worrying about judgment. Some of the most common words I've heard associated with vulnerability include weakness and fear and even hurt. Those assumptions are to be expected, but your vulnerability can only be a sign of weakness if you let it. Vulnerability requires you to be the most honest you can be. It requires you to first be honest with yourself, and then second, it requires you to be honest with others. It may require you to reveal parts that you haven't even come to grips with yourself. It may be embarrassing, it may be heartbreaking, but it's absolutely 100% okay to be vulnerable when you're on stage. In fact, you should welcome it. Vulnerability makes you appear human, and at times, speakers can be perceived as everything but human. Some people feel like speakers can do no wrong and that they're a step above everyone else, but this could be farther from the truth. When your audience is able to see that you go through hardships just like them, that you've cried just like them, that you've had problems in your life just like them, they gravitate towards you. The more your audience gravitates towards you, the more likelihood your message will land and stay with them. More people will remember you, and ultimately, they won't feel alone with whatever it is that they're going through in that very moment, because they can look to you for inspiration. If you found this tip useful, please like it and share it. Comment on it as well and let me know what you think. Until next Monday, my name is Julian Leonard, and this tip was brought to you by the J. Leonard Group.